Welcome to Tiny Texas Living. Who says you can't live big while living tiny?
Life's been crazy. My tiny home looks a mess. And it's okay. It's okay because today is cleaning day and I'm going to be doing a lot of cleaning because it needs to happen. I went out of town for like a couple of days, and whenever I came back late last night, I was just so tired that I just kind of left things out. I didn't put stuff away. It's just a mess. So today I'm gonna be cleaning and organizing, but oh my gosh, I also have something cool for my tiny home. I've been looking for something to put in my shoe station area for a bit, and I didn't know exactly what I wanted. I just knew I wanted a chair of some kind. And so I had something in mind, but I didn't have an option to find it. Every place I would go, they wouldn't have what I was looking for, or they'd have something and it'd be like super muted. And I'm not a super muted kind of gal. I am a bright, colorful, crazy things kind of person. So I needed something that was gonna express that in this particular corner. Now with that said, I'm gonna have to change some things in order for this to fit because it's a little, well, it's just big. Oh, but I'm so excited. But this is it. This is it. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. It needs a little love, but I am so excited. Now, I had this idea a long time ago that I wanted a Barber chair in my home. I just think they're cool. I think they're fun. They go up and down and they're just neat. And so I really wanted a Barber chair. And I even had a Barber chair previous, but it needed a lot of work. And so it was gonna be far harder to get that one into a good working place than it was just to basically find another one. And so even though I really like to repurpose things, and I still might repurpose that one, this one's in great shape and it was only 35 bucks at a garage sale. So super happy. It's going to need some love. It's a little dirty, but that's okay. I can get it cleaned up. And now that leads me to my next problem. Since it is a Barber chair and it has that little kick out part, which I like, it sits out a little bit further than just like a normal standard chair. So I'm gonna have to reorganize my shoe station to accommodate for that. And I think that might mean that my filing cabinet has to go, which is fine. I didn't necessarily have a full commitment to the filing cabinet in the first place. I was kind of on the fence if I liked it, if I didn't like it. So now I'm gonna have to figure this out. So I think what I'm gonna do first is just get the basic stuff around the house cleaned up and not be a lazy schmuck. And then I'm going to figure out the cleaning of the chair. And then after I clean the chair, then I'll figure out the organization. Now I have a lot of stuff from a lot of projects that I've got going on that are kind of over here. So I'm struggling right now. I'm just kind of struggling. It's life. At a home, that's what happens sometimes. You kind of get into this weirdness and then you struggle. And then I go out of town and as soon as I do, everything comes back and I'm like chaotic. So I'm going to get it together. I'm going to clean the Barber chair. I'm going to put things away. And then I'm going to find a meaningful way that this can fit and look how I want it to look. I am so excited. I have this weird ongoing bucket list of things that I would like to do in my house that are like my adventure dreams, and this is one of them. So I'll just have to figure it out. I'll make it work. Oh, but it's gonna be so fun! It's gonna be so fun. In the meantime, it starts here. This was almost folded. In all reality, I could put all of my pillows back up here, but I'm probably gonna lay on the couch in just a little while. I'm just not going to right now. They have a nice home. They all live on the other side of the couch whenever I'm not using them. My trip out of town was great though. I went and I stayed in a cabin for a couple of days with my family. It was so fun. And it really kind of made me think about things a little bit differently. Yeah. I need to get it where I don't come home and act like a crazy person though, just unpacking my stuff and scattering it. But it happens. It's life. It is what it is. Onto the air fryer. I made lunch earlier, and in doing so, I used my little silicone thing, and I didn't want to put the air fryer up until I was ready to put this up. It's now clean. Oops, I missed some water. There we go. I got some new coffees whenever I was in Arkansas. I'm very excited about these. Chocolate raspberry sounded so good, and turtle sundae, ooh! So, up here these go for now. Maybe later. No, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't think I need coffee. Or do I? Ooh, snacks. Snacks go in the snack bin. Yep, that was easy. And back in it goes. Have a little trash to go in my trash can. Nothing I can really do about these until I finish my porch project. Been sitting in my chair and editing today. Pillows need to go back into place, and even though I've been enjoying like putting my legs under a blanket, this can now be folded. I need to put this in my gear storage for things that I'm currently reviewing over on my other channel. Packets go with spices. Spices live in this cabinet. I need to reorganize this cabinet. Yeah, just a little, but not right now. I still have to do laundry. I still need to finish unpacking. I don't think either one of those are a thing I need to do right now. I do, however, need to make sure I have put away my gym bags. So I need to figure out what to do with these. They don't have anything in them now, but I want to keep them for the next time I go back. So I will probably put them maybe in storage because I don't want them in the house. They're kind of dirty. No one said gym mining was easy. I was out there digging hands in the dirt, in the mud, sloshing around, but I found some really cool stuff, so not mad at it. And just yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, that was well worth it getting out there in that mud. Oh yeah. I also need to prepare for my porch project because this goes out there. I found this for like $8.50 and put some fairy lights in it, and well, maybe. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. I picked up some other travel stuff also because I've been planning some local travels, and so this needs to go on the bookshelf. And I'll just move the snow globe into place to hold it all in place. I love this little snow globe. This was one of the best gifts anyone ever got me. Because anything is possible. For the time being, I need to put this in my room. This is going to go into my van whenever I travel again. Okay, now it's time to tackle this area. This is gonna go. So that means that I'm gonna scoot things into this area, I guess, in a minute. This is mail, so I need to figure out where to put this. I need to test these products, so I'll probably put them where my other products are, so then I can get rid of the big box. I need to charge some things from my trip. Yeah, this is all pretty standard. This is for my porch. This apparently is going to go inside now. This is for my porch. Still trying to figure out these. And lightsabers. I'm a woman who likes to do a lot of weird stuff, and one of the things I like to do is light painting. So got some lightsabers for light painting, but now I have to figure out where to put them. In fact, this is one of my light painting experiments that I did whenever I was in Arizona. Even with as cool as it is, I still have to figure out where to put the lightsabers. And normally I would say, oh, I'll just put them where I have my tripod. But now my tripod's also going to have to move because the filing cabinet is also moving. Oh, I create more and more issues for myself. You bring in one thing, it turns into like 4 projects of 15 things having to move. Okay, I'm just gonna think about these things while I get the cleaning supplies out, I think, and start cleaning the chair. I think that's a good place to go to kind of get an idea as to how big this thing really is, and then I'll move out the filing cabinet. I will also take all of these things and move them over to the couch just to get them out of the way. until this project is finished. One thing down, 2 things to go. Probably 47 other projects will come because of this one. Awesome chair, totally worth it. I mean, I have always wanted to be able to do this and then get taller in the chair. Now, is this chair perfect? Absolutely not. But is this chair gonna be fun? Yes. This is a Boscha chair, and it's like in this like vinyl that's yellow, super yellow. It perfectly matches this yellow, but it cannot go out on the porch because 1, the metal would end up oxidizing and being really bad, but 2, the cats would just and again, not my cats, but I don't want to like have them fade off into the distance and go starving. So I try to be nice. Okay, I took a little cleaning break, finished a video, and now I am ready to move back to the cleaning with this guy. Since I sat down and went ahead and was looking up some things that I needed to know about cleaning this, I thought, why not just, do a little work? Kind of the story of my life. Fact is, my tiny home is my base camp from whenever I'm traveling on the road. And so I use this as a studio, I use it as a photography location, I use it as my home, and then also I use it as a lot of other things that aren't maybe your traditional uses for a tiny home. And so everything in my space, I want to feel authentically like myself. So that's why I put up weird stuff like this. A painting I did myself, a medal that I won whenever I completed Questival. Some little bunnies that a man gave me, and then one that I found in a geocache. Another piece of my own art. Shelves to fill with meaningful things that I collect while I'm on the road, including this little thing that my dad actually bought for me that has some cute little bunnies on it. Some more things for light paintings. Another painting that I did myself. Rocks and gems that I found from around or that I've been gifted. Books that explain so many interesting aspects of my life of travel. And then of course I have all of these memories that I display on the side of my refrigerator. It's just a way that I can be me. My tiny home isn't just a place that I come to and stay, or even a place that I entertain guests. It's a place that I feel expresses who I am. And so, yeah, it's quirky, it's weird, it's a little strange, but it's me. And the best part of it is finding things that check that bucket list, like this chair. I remember whenever I was younger, I always wanted to have all these strange things in some like dream house / apartment, but it wasn't ever a reality that I could envision because at the time, life was just very different. And so now that I'm being able to find these things or repurpose the things that I've collected or be able to make things my own or find ways to express myself now as an adult, I'm having fun with it because why not? Life is too short not to. But now to the chair. Well, maybe I'll put this away and then I'll get to the chair. Starting off just with a plain washcloth and a little bit of water just to see if this helps. Mostly up here. This may be a little stained. I'm not sure. This may be where the baking soda has to come into play. If worse comes to worse, I'll drape it with a blanket. Yeah, pretty sure it's stained. We're still gonna go in with some more though and try maybe circles. Circles might work. Not enough though, not enough. Time for some baking soda. It said baking soda, water, make paste, rub on, scrub. Okay, I'll use this because it's just a disposable thing that I can always get another one of. And it's supposed to make it into a paste. So starting there, adding water, throwing it into a pasty slurry. Okay, so it looks like this. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute and kind of soak into all of those little pores and see if it fixes it. We'll see. If this works, that'll be great. If it doesn't, I'll go back to the internet and ask again. I would be curious to know who had this in their barber shop though. It is a very specific yellow. I guess in the meantime, I technically could slather the rest of the chair just to make sure it all comes clean. Sounds legit. Okay, now I need a dry something. A dry cloth? A dry cloth? That sounds right. And because I'm weird, let's see what it looks like. Because I got a white towel, let's see what all comes off. I'm a glutton for punishment, what can I say? Back in with a wet sponge. Okay, definitely still a stain. I've gone over it with the baking soda, the water. Now I'm going over it with this foaming action glass cleaner, which I used to use at work whenever we would have stains from the tanning salon, and it always worked. So if anything is gonna work, we've probably already tried it. It's probably just a deep stain, but I'm gonna go ahead and go over all of the rails also and get it all cleaned up. Okay, looks way better than it did. It's nice and disinfected. I can now use it. I may go over with some polish in a minute also, but I can actually move this into place now and feel confident. Then I gotta clean my floor. One project begets another project, begets another project. The story of my life. Also, I now have to clean up my countertop again. Whew. Starting off with this. Or maybe this. Ew. Okay, going in with the pledge now. I already sprayed these. So, oh yeah, that's gonna make it much more shiny. And last but not least, the little foot rail here. And then I'll probably have to go back over the base again, just because I had some overspray. But that's okay. This is all nice and shiny like it's new again. Okay, I was cleaning up the area so I can move the filing cabinet, and I kind of just set this here. And you know, I think for the time being that this, which is originally intended to go out on my porch, is actually going to live inside. I kind of like it. I know it's yellow on yellow, but they have some more of these that are like the turquoise color. And so I may pick up a turquoise one and just do this instead of draping a blanket. Because realistically, I am kind of loving this. It gives a little bit of perspective of the chair still, but also gives a little of the fluffiness. When my mom comes over, she likes to be able to sit a little bit further forward. So this gives her the option to do that with a pillow already there versus having to grab one from across the room. So I think I'm going to cut the tags on this. It's going to live here for now. I needed to cut the tags anyway. And then I'm going to go to the store and see if I can find one in like the teal color, or maybe a pink. That would look great too. And then, yeah, I think this is how it's going to be styled for the time being though. And I just have to finish this stuff over here first. I think that's going to work. I think it's going to work. I've learned that you have to be flexible living in a tiny home. And if you're not flexible, then it just doesn't work out. So I think that this is going to give me a nice pivot, especially considering that I think the cats are going to demolish the pillow if I put it out there. But at the same time, I think this will solve the issue of the slight stain. The stain is less now, but at the same time, it's still there. I know it's there. Someone else would likely know it's there, and that's fine. But the pillow will help, I think. So, gonna go with this. That is disgusting, but the rug is absolutely doing its job. All of this otherwise would have ended up in my house. So, I guess just like once a week, I'm gonna sweep like this, but all of that in a week, oh my gosh. I knew it was bad. I knew there was a lot of sand coming in because it's hot and everything is so dry. But wow, that's a lot of sand. And also there's a few stickers in there that it's caught. It's doing its job. Gotta get the shoe station set up with this chair, and then, oh my gosh, I have been successful. Okay, my coat hanger is now where I wanted it to be the whole time. So now I can hang coats on this, and also hats during the winter time. It's in the corner, so I'm not gonna bump into it. And now I have to figure out this section so I can put the chair, my table, and also the rug again. I think I also want to put that little bench over here. It will depend on how it looks though, probably. Of course, everything is everywhere right now and my YouTube videos are on, but whatever. I think this is a good spot for it. Eventually I may change out my TV stand. This is a nice TV stand, but it's huge. I kind of want to keep with the black and maybe just go with the smaller black credenza. But for now, this I think is where I want the chair. Okay, it's coming together. I don't know if I want it all the way to the wall or not, but I think I like that. And that gives me an opportunity to come in to here and slide my shoes off. And then for guests, they can come over here and sit and slide their shoes off. Okay, I think this is going to work. I like that. That doesn't look overwhelming. Maybe I could put the little pink stool back here in case I need it, or maybe right there. I don't know. I could also set it up like this because I want to use it as a footstool, so this could be cool. Yeah, I think this would work. So if I decide that I want to stow it, it can be in stow mode and then sit. If I want to use this as a reading corner, I could move this because I don't need that. And then I could sit down. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is great for a reading corner now. Okay, so when I'm not using it, it'll just fit over this and it'll fit up close. That works. That's perfect. It also allows plenty of room to get in here to the individual cubbies and be able to pull them out. Okay, time to turn on the light. It's kind of getting darker, so okay, it looks nice with the bright light. The only thing I don't love is the cord. I can see the cord, so I might scoot it over just a hair that way, maybe, and then I could still put the cornhole boards there until I figure out what to do with them. Ideally, I'm going to design an outdoor space. I just have to take it one step at a time, and the Texas heat is not cooperating. At the same time, at some point, I'm going to address this, but I consider this a different section of the room, so that is not today. This is how my internet comes into my house. I have a point-to-point system, and unfortunately, we just had to install this kind of a little bit differently, so it's all in chaos. This router is much bigger, so I need to figure out how to scoot it all kind of into a tucked away position, and I'll address that later, just not right now. In the meantime, I need to figure out what to do with this now. I initially thought I'd take it out to my porch, and then I liked it inside, so I may still use it inside. That definitely needs to find a home because I love this thing. I've had it forever. I guess now I can just do basic housekeeping things. I need to put these things kind of in order, and that way I can not have everything out and about. Okay, that's better. I needed to tuck the strap differently. That's way, way better. So now all I need to do is zip up my bag, put these away. I decided to put these up because I actually wore them on an entire trip and they're disgusting, so they need to be cleaned. And I think that my little fake plant will actually fit over here. Now, initially I was going to paint this little box. I got this at Walmart, but I don't want to do that. I kind of like it. Okay, I kind of like this. And now that it's on this table though, I am wondering if I need to paint it. That's not a today thing. I'm just gonna look at it for a bit and see what I think. Maybe I'll end up painting it, or maybe I won't. I'm not sure. And sooner or later, I'm going to bust into these alpaca coasters. I just am not quite there yet, and I want to make sure that I'm ready for them. All in all, of course, the cornhole has to go still. I'll figure that out eventually. The boots I need to clean, so they'll be out of here. I have one more thing that I'm going to hang up on the wall. That's going to be a little arts and crafts project for later. Otherwise, I think I'm good. I think this is going to work really super well. This gives me an option for a reading nook. It also gives me 2 seating options. And it gives me a place where someone can sit and take off their shoes. I have the pillow to give an additional amount of support there. I think that's great. My jacket hanger is finally not going to be where it's going to like hit things or get tangled on things. Otherwise, everything is looking really nice. And I still just have to find a place for the salt rock. I don't know where that would work best. Maybe at some point I will add a tiny lamp on this side of the room. Right now I have a soft ottoman though, so that's not gonna work for that. I'll keep thinking about that.